Advanced persistent threats represent a distinct cyber challenge in our current landscape. In this session, we will be unpacking the strategic nature and the enduring impact that APTs have on cybersecurity. These are not simple, one-off attacks. They are sophisticated operations that require us to rethink our defensive perimeters. As we move forward, we will analyze why these threats are unique and how their strategic depth fundamentally changes the way we must approach organizational protection and risk management in an increasingly complex digital world. To effectively defend our systems, we must understand how APTs differ from traditional cyber threats. First, consider the strategic intent. APTs pursue calculated, long-term campaigns, which is a significant departure from the quick-gain motives of standard malware and phishing. They operate with targeted precision, focusing on specific organizations to maintain sustained, undetected access to their most sensitive assets. Their methodological depth is extensive, involving careful reconnaissance, spear phishing, backdoors, and strategic lateral movement throughout the internal network. Unlike traditional attacks that are often fleeting and easily mitigated once discovered, the goal here is a sustained presence, aiming to maintain a foothold over months or even years. This persistence is a core differentiator that requires us to shift our detection capabilities from simple perimeter defense to deep internal monitoring and sophisticated behavioral analysis. We must catch these subtle, long-term actors before they can execute their final objectives. The defining characteristics of APT operations are rooted in clear, mission-driven objectives, such as stealing intellectual property, compromising sensitive data, or even disrupting critical infrastructure. These actors use adaptive tactics, constantly modifying their approaches in direct response to the specific security measures and defensive tools an organization has in place. By exploiting vulnerabilities in both technical systems and human behaviors, they establish and then systematically extend their network access. This entire process requires complex orchestration, necessitating careful planning and execution to ensure long-term infiltration and persistence. For security and AI professionals, these characteristics highlight the absolute need for a more dynamic and resilient defense strategy. We must learn from these specific patterns to understand what has happened in the past and, more importantly, identify exactly what to avoid in our future architectures to prevent such sophisticated and coordinated incursions from succeeding.